you were a bit of a non-traditional CPA candidate, I'll call it. So
Mhm.
I remember you shared in our private study group that your goal was to pass the CPA exam before you turned 50.
Yeah.
And you were able to accomplish that goal. And
Yeah.
so I'd love to hear, from college all the way up to passing, what was going on? How did you keep going? And kind of what was your mindset about the CPA exam during that gap in years?
Sure. So because of my age, it's a little bit longer story, so bear with me. But I graduated from college in 1994. I started my career at one of the big six firms. It was Big Six at the time, Arthur Anderson. And of course, they kind of push you as you advance your career to require you to take that exam. So I sat for that once. And that was back in the day when it wasn't computerized and you did it in 2 days and took that. I had Becker as a review course previous to that, and then I failed miserably. I don't think I got a 50% on any part above the 50%. Felt like a failure as we do because, most people who go into this profession are perfectionists and we don't like to fail, right? So when you feel defeated, you tend to sometimes turn away from that for the moment. I'm going to concentrate on my career. And I did, and I started my family and decided to move out of public accounting altogether. So I never revisited the exam at that point. And
And
I started working.
I've got a
Go
quick
ahead.
question for you. So when you were just coming out of college and then you ended up failing, was there anyone that you knew who had failed? Was there anyone there to kind of coach you, or was
No,
it just something you kind of did on your own?
yeah, and that's the thing, right? You join a review course. That's what you should do. And then I didn't know anybody in that review course. Didn't really make any friends there, and studied and thought I had it all together. And then there were people passing in the firm. Um, but I didn't know of anybody really well, so I didn't really wanna acknowledge the fact that I took it and didn't pass. I
Sure.
guess, it's again, failure, right? Nobody likes to admit that, and all these other people are passing. So I just set it aside and nobody really asked me about it again, until I had gotten promoted, and then the next step would be management, and then that's when I knew that it would be absolutely required that I have that licensure before I moved up. So, but I moved on to another career before then, and it went back to private practice, with a small family-run business. And I just thought, okay, I don't really need to do that. Fear keeps you okay with being comfortable and not stepping outside your comfort zone sometimes.
Sure.
Um, so I worked there for 13 years, and then my uncle asked if I would. He owned his own small CPA firm, about 40 employees, and he asked if I would open up another office for him in my hometown. And what an opportunity to take that on. And I thought, I got to take a leap of faith. I wanted something more. I had a master's degree in leadership and I was ready to take on get outside my comfort zone after, 15 years or 17 years in the accounting business. I was ready. And at that point, I knew likely I should get my licensure, right? It's a fear I need to face and get past. So after I opened up the office for him, that was in 2013, I figured out if I was even eligible because even in that time frame, the hours changed to credits you needed. But I did have because I had a master's degree, I had 150 credits. I had enough accounting credits. So the state board found I was eligible to sit for the exam. Great, I passed that. And then again, I kind of reviewed all I picked up Glyme as my study guide and I studied a little bit, but then I set it aside and I looked back. Um, I didn't sit for the exam then until 2017,
Okay.
and I failed. I think I got a 48 on that first FAR exam, and I thought, here we go again. I'm not going to be able to do this, right? And then the work got in the way. Trying to build an office takes a lot of time, and I had family, so I couldn't dedicate the time at that point. And again, fear. 'Cause if you really want something, you can get it. You just got to figure out how you're going to do it. And then in 2019, I was researching. I'm like, I just this isn't the right study um, guide for me. So I need something more. Like I need more support. And I found you, the Ultimate CPA Exam Guide, and the way you put that everything together made sense, right? It's just a process. Anybody can pass. You just have to manage and figure that out.
Sure.
So I joined your group. It felt so much support. It's so many similar stories. I wasn't alone anymore. Because when you feel alone, you feel defeated, right? And you feel like, well, I'm never going to manage it. Why do all these other people, how can they do it? And you really break it down. And then I studied with Jaeger, I switched that, and I used Climb as a supplement, and went through your modules and really learned how does this function. And then I sat for fire again in 2020, and I got a 59 now. And you tell us 10 points is huge, right? Like that's a big deal. Keep going.
Yep.
So I kept going and finally passed fire in December of 20. Kept doing your study loops. I learned that, don't give up. That's just because you did pass doesn't mean you captured enough information. Now keep going. And those study loops really helped push me past what I needed. It wasn't due to my age. It wasn't due to anything. I just needed to manage content to get to the point of passing. So you really helped me with that. And then from there on, I wasn't going to let it go. Because once you pass the one part, it's like, okay, I can do it.
Right.
Your support with that failure is just a step in the process.
Hey, future CPA, thanks so much for checking out this clip of the CPA Exam Guide podcast. You can find the full episode linked below in the video description. But while you're down there, please also check out Kessler CPA Review. So this is my study supplement that it combines confidence building mentorship, score boosting study supplements, and time saving tutoring and fun to ensure that you succeed. So all you have to do is use the links down in the video description or in the comments section to find out more. And so Ultimate CPA Exam Guide, this is going to be Kessler CPA Mentorship. So we're going to teach you step by step how to pass a CPA exam, how to use your CPA review course, and then integrate it with our Kessler CPA study supplements. And so here's a little preview of the study supplements that we have. So we've got some Kessler Qs for you. We've got some Kessler cards. You can even create your own flashcards. So here's the front and the back. We've got full mock exams, full practice questions with detailed analytics. Everything is mapped to the AICPA blueprints and updated for the most recent exam that you'll actually see. Lots of reporting, and basically it's the perfect study supplement to teach you from questions you've never seen before. So these are professor-made questions that no one else in the industry is using, and they're going to teach you the blueprints from the ground up. And again, we also have video tutoring. So all you have to do is submit your questions here, and within 72 hours or less, a tutor will create a unique video lecture teaching you the particular concept that you have a question on. Again, this is one-on-one. You're going to receive an email with a link to a video from a tutor, and they're going to give you that aha moment and allow you to outsource your research to my team so that you can do more important things like studying or even having fun and hanging out with your family while studying for the CPA exam. So I hope you can check it out. Everything is in the video description, and I'll catch up with you in the next video.